As men move past the age of 60, one of the biggest surprises is that the foods that served the body well for decades may not work in quite the same way anymore. This isn't because the body has suddenly become weak. It's because it has become different. Aging changes how we process sugar, how efficiently our kidneys work, how quickly we digest food, and even how our muscles respond to the nutrients we eat. That's why paying attention to food choices becomes more important than ever, especially when it comes to fruit. Many people grow up believing that all fruit is healthy, no matter how much they eat. While fruit is certainly packed with vitamins, fiber, antioxidants, and other valuable nutrients, the truth is that not every fruit affects the body in the same way. Some contain much higher amounts of natural sugar than others. Some are loaded with potassium, which is wonderful for many people, but can become a concern for those with reduced kidney function. Others are easy to overeat because they seem light and refreshing, yet they can quietly contribute to large spikes in blood sugar. One of the most important changes that often happens after 60 is that the body becomes less efficient at regulating blood sugar. Even men who have never been diagnosed with diabetes may notice that their blood sugar levels rise more easily after meals than they did years ago. This is partly because the body's response to insulin naturally becomes less effective with age. When that happens, foods rich in rapidly absorbed sugars, even natural sugars, can have a greater impact than they once did. Digestion also changes over time. The stomach may empty more slowly, digestive enzymes may not work quite as efficiently, and medications taken for common conditions such as high blood pressure or heart disease can further influence how nutrients are absorbed and processed. This means that choosing foods that provide steady, lasting energy becomes much more beneficial than foods that cause quick highs followed by energy crashes. Kidney health deserves special attention as well. Many older adults experience some decline in kidney function as they age, even if they feel perfectly healthy. Healthy kidneys help maintain the right balance of minerals in the body, including potassium. While potassium is an essential nutrient, too much can become problematic for individuals with kidney disease or those taking certain medications. That's why blanket advice like eat as much fruit as you want doesn't always fit every person over 60. The goal isn't to become afraid of fruit. In fact, fruit remains one of the healthiest parts of a balanced diet. The real secret is learning which fruits deserve a larger place on your plate and which ones are better enjoyed occasionally or in smaller portions. Small adjustments like these can support better heart health, steadier energy, healthier blood sugar, improved digestion, and even better overall vitality. Remember, healthy aging isn't about giving up the foods you enjoy. It's about making smarter choices that allow your body to thrive for many years to come. Many of the fruits I'm about to mention are not unhealthy by themselves. In fact, each one contains valuable nutrients. The problem is that after the age of 60, certain fruits may not be the best choice when eaten frequently, in large portions, or without considering your personal health conditions. The goal is not to fear these foods, but to understand how they affect your body today, not how they affected you 20 or 30 years ago. Let's begin with grapes. They are sweet, convenient, and easy to snack on by the handful. That's exactly what makes them a concern. A small bowl can quickly turn into 2 or 3 servings without you even noticing. Grapes contain natural sugars that can raise blood glucose levels more rapidly than many people expect, especially when eaten in large amounts. If you're managing prediabetes or diabetes, regularly overeating grapes may make it harder to keep your blood sugar stable throughout the day. Instead of mindlessly snacking from the bag, it's much wiser to enjoy a modest portion and pair it with a source of protein, such as a handful of unsalted nuts, to slow the absorption of sugar. Next is mango. It's delicious, juicy, and rich in vitamins, but it's also one of the sweeter fruits available. For many older men, a large serving of mango can deliver a significant amount of natural sugar in a very short time. That doesn't mean mango must disappear from your diet forever. It simply means that portion size matters. A few slices can fit into a balanced meal, but eating an entire large mango every day may not be the smartest choice if blood sugar control is already becoming more difficult with age. The third fruit to be cautious about is dried fruit, including raisins, dates, and dried apricots. Drying removes water but leaves the sugar behind, creating a much more concentrated source of calories and natural sugars. A handful of raisins may contain the same amount of sugar as several handfuls of fresh grapes, yet it takes only a few seconds to eat them. Because dried fruits are small and convenient, it's very easy to consume far more than intended. They can still be enjoyed occasionally, but they should be treated more like a small snack than a substitute for generous portions of fresh fruit. The fourth fruit to consider carefully is coconut. Many people think of coconut as a health food, and while fresh coconut does provide fiber and beneficial minerals, it is also much higher in saturated fat than most fruits. For men over 60 who are already watching their cholesterol levels or trying to protect their heart, eating large amounts of coconut flesh on a regular basis may not be the best choice. Moderation is especially important here, particularly if your healthcare provider has advised you to follow a heart-healthy eating plan. Notice that none of these fruits have been labeled as poison or completely forbidden. Health is rarely that simple. The real issue is frequency, portion size, and your individual medical situation. A man with healthy kidneys, normal blood sugar, and an active lifestyle may tolerate these fruits differently than someone managing diabetes, kidney disease, or heart problems. That's why the smartest approach is not to eliminate fruit altogether, but to choose the varieties that offer the greatest benefits with the fewest drawbacks. And fortunately, there are several fruits that fit that description beautifully. And those are exactly the ones we'll talk about next. The encouraging news is that you don't have to stop eating fruit to support your health after 60. In fact, choosing the right fruits can become one of the simplest and most enjoyable ways to nourish your body every day. The key is selecting fruits that provide plenty of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants, while having a gentler effect on blood sugar and offering benefits for the heart, brain, digestive system, and immune health. Let's look at 4 fruits that deserve a regular place in your diet. The first is berries. Whether you enjoy blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, or blackberries, these small fruits deliver remarkable nutrition. They are naturally rich in antioxidants, compounds that help protect your cells from damage caused by aging and everyday stress. Berries are also packed with fiber, which slows the absorption of natural sugars and helps you feel satisfied longer. That makes them an excellent choice for men who are trying to maintain healthy blood sugar levels or manage their weight. Some research even suggests that regularly eating berries may support memory and cognitive function, 2 areas many people become more concerned about as they grow older. A handful added to plain yogurt, oatmeal, or enjoyed on their own makes for a simple, satisfying snack. The second fruit I strongly encourage is the apple. There's a reason apples have remained a favorite for generations. They're affordable, easy to find, and loaded with soluble fiber, particularly in the skin. This fiber supports healthy digestion, helps maintain more stable cholesterol levels, and slows the rise in blood sugar after eating. Apples also require plenty of chewing, which naturally encourages you to eat more slowly and feel full with fewer calories. Instead of reaching for processed snacks between meals, an apple paired with a small serving of nuts or a slice of low-fat cheese can provide lasting energy without the sudden sugar rush that many packaged foods create. The third excellent choice is kiwi. Although it's often overlooked, kiwi is one of the most nutrient-dense fruits you can eat. It's especially rich in vitamin C, which supports the immune system and helps the body produce collagen, an important protein for healthy skin, blood vessels, and connective tissues. Kiwi also contains fiber that promotes healthy digestion, and many people find that eating kiwi regularly helps maintain comfortable bowel movements, something that can become more challenging with age. Its naturally sweet and tangy flavor makes it an enjoyable addition to breakfast or a refreshing afternoon snack. The fourth fruit worth making a regular habit is the orange. Whole oranges provide vitamin C, potassium, and beneficial plant compounds that support heart health and the immune system. Unlike orange juice, which removes much of the fiber and allows sugar to be absorbed more quickly, eating the whole fruit gives your body the advantage of that natural fiber. The result is a slower release of sugar into the bloodstream and greater satisfaction after eating. That's why I always recommend choosing the whole orange whenever possible instead of reaching for a glass of juice. One thing these 4 fruits have in common is balance. They provide impressive nutrition without encouraging the rapid spikes in blood sugar that can come from larger portions of sweeter fruits or fruit juices. They also fit easily into everyday meals without requiring expensive ingredients or complicated recipes. You don't need to search for exotic superfoods or spend a fortune at specialty stores. Some of the best foods for healthy aging have been available at your local market all along. Remember, no single fruit has the power to transform your health overnight. But the choices you make day after day, week after week, gradually shape how you feel, how much energy you have, and how well your body continues to serve you. Choosing these nutrient-rich fruits more often is one small change that can lead to meaningful benefits over time. And once you've chosen the right fruits, there's one final piece of the puzzle that can make those healthy choices work even better. By now, you've seen that the question isn't simply, which fruits should I eat? The more important question is, how should I eat them? Even the healthiest fruit can lose some of its benefits if it's eaten in excessive amounts, consumed in the wrong form, or treated as a substitute for a balanced diet. The habits you build around your food are often just as important as the food itself. One of the smartest habits you can develop is paying attention to portion size. It's easy to assume that because fruit is natural, more is always better. But after the age of 60, moderation becomes one of the greatest tools for protecting your health. A single serving of fruit is usually enough to provide valuable nutrients without overwhelming your body with excess natural sugars. Eating a variety of fruits throughout the week is far more beneficial than eating large amounts of the same fruit every day. Another helpful strategy is to pair fruit with protein or healthy fats. For example, enjoying an apple with a handful of unsalted almonds, berries with plain Greek yogurt, or kiwi alongside cottage cheese can help slow the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. This not only supports steadier blood sugar levels, but also helps you stay full longer, reducing the temptation to snack on processed foods later in the day. It's a simple habit that can make a noticeable difference in your energy levels and appetite. Whenever possible, choose whole fruit instead of fruit juice. Even 100% fruit juice contains many of the vitamins found in fresh fruit, but it lacks much of the fiber that helps regulate how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream. It's surprisingly easy to drink the juice of 3 or 4 oranges in just a few minutes, but most people would never eat that many whole oranges at once. The fiber in whole fruit naturally slows you down, helps you feel satisfied, and supports healthy digestion. In most cases, your body benefits far more from chewing fruit than from drinking it. It's also worth paying attention to the timing of your meals. Rather than grazing on fruit all day or eating large portions late at night, try including fruit as part of a balanced breakfast or lunch, or as a planned snack between meals. This approach helps maintain steadier energy and encourages more mindful eating. Small, consistent habits often produce better long-term results than dramatic changes that are difficult to maintain. Hydration is another piece of the puzzle that's often overlooked. As we age, the sense of thirst can become less reliable, making dehydration more common. While fruits with high water content contribute to hydration, they shouldn't replace drinking enough water throughout the day. Staying well hydrated supports digestion, circulation, kidney function, and overall health, allowing your body to make better use of the nutrients you're consuming. It's equally important to remember that your health is unique. If you have diabetes, chronic kidney disease, heart disease, or take medications that affect potassium or blood sugar, your nutritional needs may differ from someone else's. What works perfectly for one person may need adjustment for another. That's why regular checkups and personalized advice from your healthcare provider remain an essential part of healthy aging. General nutrition advice is valuable, but it should always be considered alongside your own medical history. Perhaps the most encouraging truth is that healthy aging isn't built on perfection. You don't have to eliminate every favorite food or follow an impossible diet to protect your health. Consistent, thoughtful choices made day after day have a far greater impact than occasional indulgences. Every balanced meal, every serving of whole fruit, every walk around the neighborhood, and every glass of water is another investment in your future well-being. The goal isn't simply to add years to your life. It's to add life to your years. By choosing your fruits wisely, enjoying them in sensible portions, and building simple habits you can maintain, you're giving your body the support it needs to stay stronger, more energetic, and more resilient as the years go by. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Take care of your body, make each choice count, and remember, it's never too late to build healthier habits that can help you enjoy a longer, stronger, and more vibrant life.